Baby, how do you like the new ReMax.com so far? What do you think? My name's MelissaGuzzetta. I'm the Technology Training Manager for the region, and I'm here in my home turf today. I'm from Orange County, so I'm happy to be here, and congratulations on all of you for showing up to learn about this today. But you'll have plenty of opportunities, as Terry was saying, to learn more about this if you feel like you need to. There we go. Let's go forward on this. Okay, first I'm going to start out here with the why and a little bit about the what. And then I'm going to be turning it over to Anthony Self, who will be giving you more of the details on how this works. First, a little bit on the why. Well, research clearly indicates that the public wants real estate information and they prefer the internet to get that information these days. So the new ReMax.com is creating a win-win situation here because on one hand, the consumer has access to the information they want, and on the other hand, you, the agents in the offices, have the opportunity to be the provider of that information and turn those leads into transactions. Now the other impetus behind this is the lead interceptors. Who are the lead interceptors? Your lending trees, realestate.com, housevalues.com. They saw what was happening on the internet, and they got in there and they did something about it, and they started taking your leads and selling them back to you. Well, you know what? We're taking those back. ReMax is positioning you in front of those lead interceptors. Yeah. Now, as part of this, there is a $60 million ad campaign behind this. That includes TV, radio, print, and internet. Now, Terry was mentioning a little earlier, $10 million is earmarked just for the internet portion of that advertising. And here on the slide, you can see pictures from the TV advertising. Maybe you've even seen some of it already. And they haven't really even done the full rollout of the advertising yet. And yet you've heard some statistics today on what's already happened. So we're really expecting a lot from this. So this is going to drive the public to ReMax.com because it's positioning ReMax.com as the go-to website for real estate information. So what is the pay-per-click model? Terry was just talking about that. Basically what it does is it puts your name up at the top of the search engines and you pay if they click on your link. And the cost for that can vary quite a bit, but they've budgeted quite a bit of money for that. So we're going to be up at the top and hopefully getting lots of clicks, and we think we will because I have a couple of statistics about that. Also, I just want to mention about the organic type of web search. Now, what that means is that that's the free search. That just means you naturally come up in the search results by the way the web is designed, your website is designed, and the keywords that are behind that website. Here's an example here of the Yahoo search window. And you see in the yellow area there the sponsored search area. So those are the pay-per-click links. And so those are over there, and then the organic placement is below that. Now, studies showed that 56% of people don't even know the difference between the sponsored search and the organic placement. This one's a picture of Google sponsored search, and by their estimates, 30 to 60% of people, depends on the search engine, click through using the pay-per-click links. And so that's quite a bit. What is Lead Street? Well, Lead Street is the back end to the new ReMax.com. That's where we're going to manage these leads. And of course, ReMax.com includes that national property search, and it has the ability to push leads out to your wireless devices as well, either through email or your wireless devices. And Anthony's going to give you more details on how that works. In some cases, you have the ability to actually accept a lead with one of these wireless devices if it's email enabled, like a BlackBerry or Trio. In some cases, it might just notify you, so you still have to get to a computer to accept the lead. You also have the ability to enhance your listings at ReMax.com, so you can add more pictures, you can put a virtual tour on there. It also comes with a drip marketing system and a lead conversion marketing system. Now, to make this fair, there's a defined algorithm, a business algorithm. And you know, what's funny is when I was in high school, I never would have guessed that I'd be using that word when I grew up. But here I am using that word, and basically all it means is that business rules are put in place to make this fair. And there's also an online reporting center where you can get reports on the activities that are happening with your leads. This is being implemented in 3 phases. Of course, this just happened last week, so we're still in phase 1. And the good news about that for California is that we've kind of figured out that about 80% of California is covered in this first phase of the implementation. And that has to do with getting all the MLSs on board and that kind of thing. Now, in phase 2 and 3, more MLS feeds will come in, and it will be more expanded as far as the number of listings that are available for the public to view. And then Realtor.com will remain an important partner in this, as they will continue to show the listings where we don't have the IDX feed. Now, I'm going to be turning this over to Anthony for a moment. He's going to be giving you more detail on this, how it all works, where you go to find Lead Street, and some of the details on how it appears to the consumer, and then how it appears to you to fix it up. Here's Anthony.
Good morning.
Hey, Anthony. Thank you. All right, let me go through some of the additional training materials that you can get. Of course, you got a handout today. That is the Agent Jumpstart Guide. And that actually has a lot of good step-by-step information in there with illustrations, so there's pretty pictures and everything you can follow. Additionally, you can go to Main Street. If you have a Main Street login, you can get in there. In just a moment, I'll be talking about how you can get a Main Street login if you don't already have one. But you can go to Main Street, and when you first log into Main Street, there's always several links down the left-hand side of the screen. And one of them is your Lead Street documents, and you can click on that and get 2 additional documents. There's actually a reference guide that's 63 pages, so it's a bigger, more detailed reference guide if you're into that. There's also going to be an RSN skills series that they're working on, so you can go to RSN, ReMax Satellite Network. Many of your offices have ReMax Satellite Network. Maybe even some of you get it at home through Dish Network. Also, eSource, and I'll be talking more about that in just a little bit, but eSource, of course, is part of the regional website. And at eSource, we have a ton of great marketing tools for you there. Terry's going to be talking about the Email Marketing Center in just a moment. And on eSource, we have ongoing online training that's very easy to take part in. The online trainings are only 1 hour long, and basically you just sit in front of your computer. The audio portion of the online training is a conference call with me and the other students. And then it brings your computer into, basically, so you can see my computer. So what you see on your computer is what's on my screen. So the online training is very easy to take part in, and I'll show you where you can take advantage of that. Here's your checklist of what you need to do. You need to have a ReMax Main Street login. Anthony mentioned that a little earlier. So in just a moment, I'm going to show you how to do that. You also need to go to Main Street, make sure that your profile there is updated, and you need to go to your Lead Street profile, turn it on, and put your email address and your text phone number in there and your MLS code in there so that you're set up with Lead Street. So let me just show you a couple of illustrations here. We've been talking about several URLs here, several websites, so I'm going to clarify these. Let's start with ReMax.com. That's where the public goes to do their property search or to look for an agent. That's ReMax.com. ReMax.net is Main Street. That's the back end for all of you that has all the tools and resources provided to you from ReMax International. Now, it's at ReMax. Now, to get signed up, by the way, if you do not have a Main Street account, this is what you need to do. You need to go to ReMax.net, and when you go there, the opening screen is a login screen. And over on the right-hand side of that screen, it says, "This is my first visit to Main Street." So you click on that link and just start walking through the steps of setting up your login. Your login will result in you having a ReMax.net email address. That will be your login at minimum for Main Street. You can also use it as your email address if you'd like to. It's a forwarding type of email system, meaning that it will also ask you for your normal email address. You put that in, and all those emails will go into your normal inbox. Wherever it is that you receive your email, you'll get it all in the same place, so you don't have 2 systems to worry about. Now, once you're in Main Street, up here, you can see in the upper right-hand corner, you see the Lead Street logo in the upper right-hand corner of that. That's your Lead Street profile. That's how you get into that. Above that, you see the blue bar at the very top of that Main Street screen has a My User Profile link. And that's for your ReMax.com profile. That's where you need to go to update your phone numbers, your email address, just whatever you want the clients to see at ReMax.com as far as contacting you. That's also where you upload your photo. You want to upload a photo at Main Street as well. And that's what's visible at ReMax.com. When people go there, when the public goes there to look for an agent, that's what they'll see. Then you go to that Lead Street link up there, and that's where it will open up this screen right here, that that Lead Street splash page that Anthony was showing you earlier. And your profile for Lead Street is in there, which is where you activate the fact that you want to start accepting leads, where you put in your email address, and where you put in your cell phone number, and where you put in your MLS code. So there's 2 places then in Main Street that you need to go to update for this. And then ReMax of California and Hawaii, the region, you're part of a region that includes California and Hawaii, a great region, we think. We provide a whole bunch of great marketing tools for you. That is remax-ca.com. And Terry is going to be coming up here in just a moment to talk specifically about the Email Marketing Center, because that's one of your options for continuing the marketing for these leads as they come in. And that's a free email marketing program. Also, what you find at the regional website is the Design Center. Many of you may have heard of that before. And online training. So what you do when you go to ReMax of California and Hawaii's website is you click on that eSource balloon in the lower left-hand corner there. That takes you to eSource, and there's an education and training link in there, and you click on that, and that's how you get to the online training schedule of classes. So that's how you can get some additional training there. Now, Terry's going to come up and talk about the Email Marketing Center. He's going to give you more details on that. So, Terry, thank you.